Hey guys, this is Jenny. This is our slow flow yoga class. Today we're going to touch on a little bit embodiment, and it's a question that I get very frequently in holistic classes and just with people that I do holistic work with and things of that nature. They have a tough time with the embodiment aspect of things. And a lot of time it's that thing like knowing something versus knowing, the true knowing that you feel in your body, inside of your own being, that there's no question. It moves beyond faith into a knowing. And there's a safety and a security and a trust that exists within that knowing. So embodiment can happen in many different kinds of ways. One of the ways that embodiment can happen is just all on its own. Sometimes it's a new piece of information. There's this little missing link that we finally found that draws our awareness to the place that it gives us the ability to feel it inside of our body, right? And I have a little friend with me today. I've got my little baby kitten, so I saved him from a pit bull a couple weeks ago, so you're going to see him running around a little bit probably. He needs a little exercise. And embodiment can happen that way, where there's just this new piece of information. Suddenly everything clicks and you feel it and you know it inside of your being. Sometimes there's an instantaneous download. May not even require a new piece of information or something of that nature. And then there's a more active embodiment that we can engage in that draws us towards the knowing, right? Because it's very frustrating for us sometimes when we know something in our mind, right? You know it in your mind. You trust that it's true, but you're not feeling it inside of yourself. And so there's still this feeling of insecurity, this feeling of not truly knowing. And that type of embodiment comes from self-awareness of what is serving you versus what is not serving you. We have to know ourselves. We have to know that trajectory of the desire of the heart, the direction that the heart desires to move towards, desires to engage in more of those kinds of energies. We have to know ourselves. Know thyself, that te me nosce, which is a Latin phrase that means to know thyself. You have to know yourself so that you can know what is serving you and what is not. And when you know what is not serving you, then choosing to reprogram the old thought structures that are not drawing you towards your highest and greatest good. So once you know the stuff that's not drawing you towards your highest and greatest good, we reframe the thought structure. And usually those old thought structures are contingent upon outdated beliefs, social programs, old stories, old narratives that we've told about ourselves or other people have told about us, all the stuff that's from the outside, right? And those are the things that are often the way that we're filtering our information is through those types of thought structures. Well, when those thought structures are not set up to draw us towards our highest and greatest good, it is our job and our job alone to reframe those thought structures so that they are serving us. So if perhaps I have negative thoughts about my body, let's say, for example, that's not taking me towards my highest and greatest good. It's not serving me. It's not honoring the truth of my being, that I am, the divine aspect of my being, that God that manifests itself through my humanity. It's not honoring that. Where do those old thoughts come from? Potentially a whole bunch of places. Maybe when I was growing up, my mom used to tell me that I was overweight, or maybe the kids at school said something to me, or it was just simply that I look at social media, or I look at TV and I look at the magazines and all the media tells me that I'm not fit the way that I am, the way that I'm currently presenting myself. And then it's my job to reframe the thought structure and not to filter it through those old viewpoints, those old ways of looking at the self, but to create a new way of looking at the self. To recognize that that are not to recognize, that must embrace the truth of my being, that I am divinity manifesting as humanity, that I am God, source, great spirit energy, that I can currently co-create the experience that I want to experience more of simply by focusing my attention on the thing and saying to myself all of the things that are uplifting and supporting. I really liked the other day, a friend, Summer, had posted on Facebook, it's easy for me to, right? That's a great way to have an affirmation. It's easy for me, if I'm not happy with the way my body looks or something, it's easy for me to get up in the morning and to work out and exercise and do what I need to do to take care of my body. It's easy for me, and I feel amazing when I go for walks every day and I go out in nature and I get to experience God in a more intimate and beautiful way. It's easy for me to, whatever it is, right? I think that's a great way to create some of those affirmations that are going to encourage us and change the mind, the way that the mind perceives the thing. Because it is the mind and the perception of it that is drawing the attention or the energy into your experience. So if you don't change that, you're still going to be the magnet for whatever this perception is. So we must change the program, we must change the perception, we must change the integrity of the thought, right? Catch the old that's not serving us, eradicate it, saying, this is not my truth, that is not my truth, this is my truth. And replace it with a thing that is going to uplift and support you on your journey. And this is how we take responsibility for our experience. This is one of the ways we take responsibility. We start making the choices. We start taking the actions that uplift and support us, because nobody else can do that for us. That is up to you and you alone. And we have to stop seeking that external validation. Screw the external validation. I'm so effing tired of always trying to meet other people's expectations of who and what we are. Always thinking that we have to be a certain way to impress certain people, or that we need certain people to approve of us or to like us so that we can grow and expand to the level that we want to. It's all bullshit. That's all bullshit that we've been taught, through society, through these exterior means of filling the void. And it's time that we stop doing that, because that's how we take our freaking power back, guys. That is how you're going to take your power back. And that's also how you're going to learn to love yourself. There's so much self-loathing, not even dislike. So learning to even like yourself is a huge thing for some people. Learning to accept yourself is even bigger. Learning to love ourselves is the greatest, right? So that's what we're kind of going to be focusing on during our practice today. I'm going to alter that camera angle a little bit because I feel like it's a little bit off here. Oh, and I think it's because I've got it pulled forward a little too much. Sorry about that, y'all. I think that's going to be a little bit better. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started in our easy seated posture. Dropping the shoulders back and down, closing the eyes, drawing the attention and awareness back inside of the body, towards the third eye, the brow point center. And just finding your breath. Allowing the spine to become nice and straight and long. Relax. Remove your attention away from all the stuff outside of the self and bring it back inside. Back to the breath. Back to the spirit. Really slow and gentle. Whenever you're ready, inhale nice and deep. Exhale fully completely and releasing the chin to the chest so that you can begin to take your gentle neck circles in whichever direction feels the best to you today. And keep it going. Keep those eyes closed and the attention of your mind is focused within. Next time you find the chin towards the chest, draw that rotation in the opposite direction. The next inhalation, lift the gaze forward. Keep those eyes closed if you want to. Inhale nice and deep, and then exhale, hinging forward from the hip so that you can begin to take that Sufi grind. Same direction you begin to take those gentle neck circles. Next time you're towards the front, take it the opposite direction. And then inhale back to center. Take a couple deep breaths. Inhale, take your gaze over the left shoulder. Exhale, take the gaze over the right. Inhaling to the left. Exhaling to the right. Keeping it going. Inhale to center. We're going to inhale, lift the shoulders up towards the earlobes. Exhale, drop them down into their sockets. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Keep it going. Exhale, drop them down. We're going to inhale up on the backside, exhale down on the front as we take those shoulders in a circular motion towards the front. Next time you find them down, we're going to inhale up towards the front, exhale down towards the back. Keep it moving. Drop them down into the sockets. We're going to inhale, lengthen through those arms, take them out to the side of the body. Take the thumb to the palm, wrap the fingers around. Exhale, drop the fist down towards the earth. Inhale up. And exhale, drop it down again. Inhaling up. One more time. Tip those fists down, the knuckles towards the earth. Inhale up, opening up through those hands. Inhale, lift those fingertips into the sky. Exhale, drop the right hand behind the right glute. Left hand comes to the outside of the left thigh. Take a gentle twist through the spine and gaze over the right shoulder. Untwisting the spine, reach those fingertips back into the sky, palms of the hands shining forward. And exhale, left hand comes behind the left glute, right hand to the outside of the left thigh, twist through the spine, gazing over the left shoulder this time. Make sure both of those shoulders are grounded into the sockets. You don't want that right shoulder edging up towards the earlobe. Twisting the spine, reach those arms back into the sky. Then exhale, coming down onto the right forearm, or just resting that right hand into the mat and bending through that elbow as much as you need to reach those fingertips across to the opposite wall. Nice long stretch through the side body, but keeping both sits bones grounded into the earth. Keep that elevated arm. The shoulder needs to be dropped down into the socket, exposing the heart space. You don't want to be rounded and reaching forward like this. Keep it up. Inhale, lifting both arms back into the sky. Exhaling, dropping the left hand into the mat, reaching through the right arm this time. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus out those arms. Press the heart space forward. Inhale, reach the arms back into the sky. And exhale, cactus. One more time. Elbows come up in alignment with our shoulders. Draw the elbows and the palms of the hands together. Take the hands down into the heart space. Close the eyes and breathe into the body for a moment. Gently and slowly, whenever you're ready, opening up those eyes. So that you can come up onto the hands and knees in the tabletop position. We're going to come directly into those cat-cow stretches. So once you find yourself in alignment, tipping the tailbone upward, dropping the belly towards the earth, lifting the gaze for the cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round through the spine, chin comes to the chest for the cat. Keep it going. Moving through those cat-cow stretches. And inhale to center. We're going to lengthen through the left arm, kick out through the right leg. Breathing into the body. Gazing over the left thumb. Drop it down, take it to the opposite side. This time reaching through the right arm, kicking out through the left leg. And exhale, release. Take those knees to the edge of the mat, press the glutes back towards the heels, stretch the arms out towards the top of the mat, releasing the forehead and the heart space towards the earth. Breathing in this humble warrior posture. Deep into the body, relaxing that third eye into Mother Earth beneath you. Coming back up onto those hands and knees. Curling the toes under, pressing hips into the sky for your downward facing dog. Releasing those heels towards the earth. Pressing the belly towards the thighs and gazing at the shin bones. Sorry guys, I usually have a babysitter, but my hubby's out of town, so I'm on babysitting duty all on my own today. And then stepping gently towards those hands, the top of the mat, whenever you're ready. Feet are about hips width distance apart and hanging in that forward fold. Fully relaxed, releasing the weight of the crown of the head towards the earth, creating space in the spine. And then super, super, super slow and gentle, bend through the knees, roll up through the spine, vertebra by vertebra, arms coming overhead, nice and slow with grace and ease. Exhale, take the palms of the hands to touch and drop them all the way down towards the earth. Inhale, arms coming overhead. Palms coming to touch and exhale, dropping it down. One more time. Inhale and rise up. Reversing the swan dive. Exhale, cactus out the arms. Inhale, reach the fingertips into the sky. Exhale, hands come in prayer pose. Come up high on the toes and bend through the knees, releasing the palms of the hands all the way down to the mat. And then inhale, rise up, release the heels back into the mat, rolling it up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms come overhead, connect the palms, high on the toes, and dropping it down. Oh man. One more time, roll it up. See if I can get him to lay down. Arms coming overhead. Exhale, prayer pose, take it all the way down. And roll it up. Exhale. Tadasana. Take those hands into heart center, keeping the eyes closed, breathing into the body. And then inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus it out. Moving straight into those sun salutations. Inhaling, arms come overhead. Exhale, hinging forward from those hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, drop the hands down, step or float back for your plank posture. And then exhale, super slow and gentle. Take it all the way down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, stepping towards those hands to begin again. One more together and then two more on your own. Inhaling and rising up. Exhale, cactusing out the arms. Inhale, arms coming overhead. And exhale, hinging forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release the hands, step or float back for the plank posture. Inhale nice and deep, and then exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, stepping forward towards those hands, taking two more at your own pace. Meeting in that child's pose posture whenever you're done. Or humble warrior. Breathing into the body. Gently rocking the third eye back and forth into the earth, connecting to the Mother Earth, Pachamama beneath you. Inhale, rising up into that tabletop position. Curling the toes under, pressing the hips into the sky, downward dog. Beginning on the left side, inhale, lifting up through the left leg. Exhale, pulling it all the way through for a low lunge. Relaxing that right knee down into the earth. Pressing the glutes back towards the heel, but not resting it on it. Inhale, come forward, open up to the hip. Exhale, press it back. Take a few more of these. Inhale, come back up. Walk that left foot towards the upper left-hand corner of the mat. Come down, super slow and gentle, if you wish, onto those forearms as you lengthen through the right leg. That lizard's pose. You can even come all the way down, stretch the arms out in front of you if that feels comfortable. Coming up on the nice edge of the left foot. We're keeping it grounded into the earth. Sorry, my baby's crying. Really slow and gentle, start coming out very slowly by first coming up, back on those hands if you're not already there. Curling the back toes under, pressing the hips into the sky, dropping the left foot back to meet the right pedal out through those knees. Inhale, come up high on the toes. Exhale, release the heels towards the earth. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Two more. Inhale up. Exhale, release. This time we're going to inhale nice and deep. And then exhale, release the knees towards the mat. Let them hover, not touching the earth. And then inhale, lengthening through the legs, lifting the glutes back into the sky. 3 more times. Drop the knees. Lengthen through the legs, back into your down dog. And then lifting the right leg into the sky. I'm going to turn around so y'all can see me. Exhale, pull it all the way through for a low lunge. Release the left knee down into the mat. Exhale, or inhale, excuse me. Push it forward, open up through the left hip. Exhale, press it back. Keep it going. Gentle movement forward and back. Take the right hand inside of the arch of the right foot and work that foot towards the upper right hand corner of the mat. Take those hands back underneath your shoulders. And then come down into your full expression of lizard on this right side. And breathe. Really, really slow and gentle, start coming back out. Curling your back toes under. Gotta get my kitten off my thigh. I know, I'm sorry. He wants to sleep with me so bad. Curl the back toes under, press the hips up, draw the right foot back to meet the left, paddle out those legs. Inhale high on the toes. Exhale, drop the heels down towards the mat. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 2 more. Next time we're going to inhale from that down dog position. And then exhale, release the knees towards the earth, but hovering and not touching. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale, back into your down dog. Exhale, drop the knees down into the mat. Take them to the edge. Press the glutes back towards the heels. Humble warrior. And breathe into the body. Inhale. Rise back up into that tabletop position. Curl the toes under. Press the hips into the sky. Downward facing dog. Walk those hands forward if you need to so that you can come into your plank posture. Now, if you need to come down onto those forearms, feel free to. You can interlock those fingers. Lift those knees away from the mat, pressing the heels towards the back wall. Nice long straight spine, gazing between the arms. And then exhale and curl those toes, release those hips down into the mat. Take the palms of the hands down into the earth. Lift the gaze forward for that Sphinx pose. We're going to come into our cobra now. So pressing into the palms. Lifting those hip points away from the earth. Exhale, super slow and gentle, releasing the belly all the way down into the mat. Take one cheek towards the earth. Breathe into the body. We're going to come into that locust pose. So take the arms back. Palms of the hands are face up. Toes are to touch. On your inhalation, you're going to lift those shoulders and feet and arms and hands and chin away from the mat. Inhale. Rise up. Exhale, release. Taking the opposite cheek into the earth. Hands come forward. Fingertips are aligned to the chest. Elbows are tight in towards the body. Curl the toes under. Press into the palms. Downward facing dog. Step towards those hands. Coming down onto those knees. Swing the legs around in front of you so that we can come into our forward fold. Hands come to the top of the hip crease. Palms are face down. Inhale and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release those fingertips all the way down towards the ankles and feet. Pause wherever it is that you feel that nice deep stretch. Or take those hands around the outside edges of those feet and gaze forward. And breathing into the body. Nice, long, deep breaths. Inhale and rise up, drawing the palms of the hands back towards the hip crease. We're going to bend our left leg in. Right leg is extended. We're going to twist our body so that our heart space is aligned to that right leg, directly aligned to that leg. Walk those hands out on your exhalation. You can grab onto the edges of those feet of that right foot, then feel free to do so. If you just want to keep your hands in the earth as you fold the belly towards the thigh, feel free to do that as well. Just listen to your body. And inhale and rise up. Walk those hands back up towards the body. Lengthen through the left leg this time, bending through the right leg. Take that heel in towards the body, twisting through the spine. Hands frame the leg. Inhale nice and deep. Exhale, walk those hands forward. And breathe. Inhale, walk the hands back towards the body, rising up. We're going to take one more forward fold. Take those hands back up towards the hip crease. Inhale and lengthen through the spine. Exhale, take it all the way down. See if you can take it a little bit deeper this time than you did the first time. Inhaling and rising up, nice and slow and gentle. Bend those knees, plant the soles of the feet into the earth. Use your super strong core to draw yourself down into the earth. Arms frame the body. Release the spine, vertebra by vertebra, down into the mat. And inhale, take the knees into the chest. And breathe into the body. Holding on to just the right leg, inhale, lift up through the left. Exhale, take it down nice and slow, all the way down into the mat. Reaching out through the right arm. Sorry, y'all. Left hand comes to the outside of the right leg and pulls it across for a supine twist, gazing over the right fingertips if it feels safe on the neck. I don't know how people do all this goat yoga and puppy yoga and kitten yoga all the time. And it's okay for now, but I don't think I would want to do this every day. And exhale, untwist the spine super slow with grace and ease. Inhale, knees come back into the chest.
Holding on to just the left leg this time. Inhale, lifting up through the right leg. Exhale, dropping it down, very slow, with grace and ease, reaching out through the left arm. Right hand comes outside of the left leg, pulling it across to pine twist. Keep both shoulders rounded into the earth and gaze over the left fingertips if it feels safe. And untwisting that spine nice and slow. Realign the body if you need to before you take the knees back into the chest. Happy baby posture. Knees come into the armpits, grabbing onto the outside edges of both feet. Taking some gentle movement and remaining in stillness. Releasing those feet whenever you're ready, coming into your final Shavasana posture. We're taking any last postures that you might need to complete your practice today that we didn't cover. And then finding that final Shavasana whenever you're ready. Breathe into the body. Relax into the earth. Process of behavior change always starts with self-awareness. have to be aware of your thoughts that motivate your habits before you can change them. Very slow and gentle, start coming back to the body, back to the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Wrapping hands around wrists, feet around ankles. Moving into any gentle stretches that you might need, full body stretches, side stretches. Rolling over onto the right side in the fetal position whenever you're ready. Pressing the palm of the left hand into the earth, drawing yourself upright into a comfortable seated position whenever you're ready so that we can finish our practice today with 3 long Sat Nams. Sat Nam, I am truth, truth is my name, truth is my identity. Take those hands into prayer pose at heart center and inhale nice and deep. And exhale fully and completely. Inhale to begin. Sat Nam. Namaste. Sat Nam, I am truth, truth is my name. Namaste. I honor that unique truth, that expression that only you could embody without the desire to change it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks for being patient with my little baby Chowder here while I'm on babysitting duty today. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you guys have an incredible week, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time. So until then.